Massachusetts. I am completely aware that you could be anywhere else on earth at this time, and we thank you so much for being here. I see that we have a lot of elected officials amongst us. I see that we have a lot of community activists amongst us. I see we have a lot of supporters, and of course, I love the National Park, holding it down, all in uniform. Thank you. So this won't be a big poppin' circumstance this year. But I would like to have a moment of silence for you to reflect upon Juneteenth and pray however you pray, in whatever manner you pray, for a moment. Thank you so much. Typically, at different events, we play the national anthem. And we absolutely will play the national anthem at a different event. Today, we are going to play what is known as the Black National Anthem. And I would like to introduce Full Deliverance Church, led by First Lady, Miss Sheena Graham. so much, ladies. I appreciate it. Now we'll move on to why it's important and significant to support Juneteenth. Frederick Douglass once famously asked, "What to a slave is the 4th of July?" To honor the anniversary of the freedom granted to those enslaved African Americans, we've pondered a similar question. What is the significance of Juneteenth to the Black community? Let's be clear. Juneteenth was celebrated in many communities well before Juneteenth. Independence Day was signed into law in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in July 2020, and before the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act was signed by President Biden in June 2021. July 4th is about liberty and can feel fixed in time. It was an imperfect liberty at the time because slavery still existed in this nation. Liberty is defined as the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Most of us celebrate both holidays because they're important moments in our shared American experience. As stated by Miss Angela Tate, curator of African American women's history, Juneteenth feels fluid and always willing to be adaptable to incoming and upcoming generations. It feels relevant to the continuous quest and fight for freedom, equality, respect, and love. Juneteenth has a multiplicity of meanings to people of African descent in the United States and those aware and involved in the practice of slavery. It is also relevant to the most current day countries in Africa, the Caribbean, and many other places where there's an African diasporic community sharing in this similar struggle. It's a continuous struggle, a continuous fight, a continuous celebration and remembrance. This holiday, this commemoration, does not have one way to remember. This is for Erastus. If you want to have a cookout, have a cookout. If you want to make a speech, make a speech. If you want to relax, relax. There is no single way to celebrate Juneteenth. And in the words of Killer Mike, for those who know Killer Mike, if you want to plan, plot, strategize, organize, and mobilize, then do it. That's what you do. We ask that you do it all in positivity and for the forward movement of yourself, which transpires into the forward movement of the people. Juneteenth is also a space for political knowledge. It's a time to recognize that you need to be registered to vote. You need to know what's going on in your city, the great city of Lowell. We should be the first city of Massachusetts, but that's all right. You need to take control of your own civic duty. Get your friends, your family, your animals involved in civic duties. Juneteenth is a time to suppress those people who quietly, regrettably, and or innocently share the perception that Black people don't work well together and that we're so divided. That needs to be addressed and that needs to be cleared up. We can look amongst us and see who is in the crowd. We have us, we have allies, we have friends, we have everything. We might have some enemies, and I'm so glad you're here as well. There is seated deep in the psyche of many an American consciousness that Black people are a monolith, that we all think, speak, eat, dance, and act the same. Therefore, whenever there are instances of us not working well together, like any other group that has the same issues, we're scrutinized, we're criticized, and we're doubted to possess the spirit of community that all other groups are presumed to have. We have different views, different beliefs, different personalities. Some of us mesh, some of us click, and some of us don't. And that's why we celebrate in so many ways, just as we celebrate in so many ways on the 4th of July, just as we do during our winter holidays for all of the different religious activities we have, and just as we do in everyday life. Juneteenth recognizes that we were all dealt a different hand while enslaved. We are all dealt a different hand today. And when it comes down to brass tacks, we all celebrate the struggles of the past, the struggles of today, and the collective necessity to do our part for the forward movement and lessen the struggle for our new humans entering the world and those that have been in this world for some time. And if you didn't get that, that means for the young and the old. As Juneteenth comes and Juneteenth goes, know that it's okay to support events and the day. Support by attending. What better way to show a person you care and that you matter and that you're interested? So thank you, each and every one of you. I don't see you personally, but I'm looking at each of you around the room, and that is my personal thank you for being present on this Juneteenth celebration commemoration day. Of course, there are no more ways, yet this is one of the simplest. No one faults you if you had a bona fide conflicting activity. I'm going to pause. Shout out to anyone that's an emergency worker. We support you. We appreciate you. We need you. Thank you. No one faults you if you have a bona fide conflicting activity or felt under the weather, as long as it's an honesty that you weren't here. It's okay. I must acknowledge this. Okay. There are two events that are happening this Juneteenth. One is happening tomorrow. This is the Juneteenth Jubilee at Muldoon Park in Lowell, where we will have free vegetable gumbo, information tables, the library's bookmobile will be there. We'll have an outdoor exhibit about Juneteenth, the era, and more. We're going to have yard games. We're going to have videos. The Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA of Lowell will be there to set up some activities. And also, if you don't see the sign in front here, we will be honoring Harry Haskell Bucky Lou, who is known to be the first African-American professional basketball player in the nation, as well as honoring the author of the book written about him by Mr. Chris Boucher. The event, thank you. The event starts at noon. It's come and go as you please, and I hope to see you there. There's also a second event happening for Juneteenth, bookending the weekend. Juneteenth is in the middle and on Wednesday. So we have one this weekend, we have one next weekend, and that's being held at UTEC. Now, I'm not sure if we have a representative who wants to come and speak about that today. Awesome, awesome.
Hello, everyone. What a beautiful day. Thank yous all for being here. I'm just speaking on behalf of the Afro-American Community Collaborative. We have a Juneteenth event that will be celebrated on June 23rd at UTEC from 12 to 6. It is welcoming to everyone. It will be a fun community day, and we just want to kind of chill and have everybody come out and hang out together. Thank you.
Awesome. I want to also acknowledge our LGBTQIA plus community. If I didn't get that right, I apologize, but you know my heart is in the right place. This community also shares this month with us. We're not oblivious to our family members who face this particular intersectionality of being Black and being identified as other than heterosexual. Our community is not unique in struggling with accepting and embracing love as love presents itself, and accepting and acknowledging those in our community who identify however they identify. Every community has a problem, whether we like you or we don't like you. That's not unique to ours, and I just want to acknowledge that. This year, though, in our community, we are honoring James Baldwin. Now, when you come out tomorrow, you'll see a retractable all on James Baldwin. And he was a catalyst in sharing the intersectionality of being Black and being gay, not only for himself, not only for Black men, but also for humans in general. So thank you for allowing me to speak and share with you a snippet of a few reasons that Juneteenth is an important day and why it's important to continue to celebrate Juneteenth, even if this is not your struggle. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Lisa Riddick, the current president of the Merrimack Valley branch of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Now, some might ask, why hasn't the NAACP changed their name? Let me tell you. The name was taken and published. I'm going to give you a response, actually, from Reverend William Barber. To be quite honest, there has been some internal wrestling with the name, but one reason it hasn't been changed is out of respect for history and the founders. In 1909, we're in 2024, goodness. When the organization began, colored was one of the most respected identifications used by the larger society when compared with all other grotesque names used to refer to African Americans. Another reason, however, is that the NAACP was founded as a multi-ethnic organization founded by whites, blacks, Jews, Christians, males, and females. In fact, the majority of founders were white. The first chair was a white woman, so in a sense, it was a colored organization dedicated to the eradication of racism and legalized racial discrimination and disparity. Now about Ms. Riddick. Ms. Riddick's been involved in the community service her whole life. Community was a foundation that was instilled by her from her parents, as well as her foundation in the church, which was the Third Baptist Church in Third Lawrence, where she started at the age of 3. She is serving others with joy. At 9 years old, she became a member of the Merrimack Valley branch of the NAACP. At that time, there was not a youth chapter, and she attended meetings with the adults. We all know about being young and attending meetings with adults and hearing things possibly we should not have. She attended her first national convention at the age of 14 in July 1982 in Boston, and at the age of 16, she attended the 20th anniversary of the March on Washington in D.C. Ms. Riddick received her Bachelor of Arts in Education from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst in May of 1989. After she graduated from college, she became involved in the branch as a youth advisor and eventually as a branch secretary. She was elected as president at least 3 times, and she's the current serving president of the NAACP. I would like to now introduce to you Ms. Lisa Riddick.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I bring you greetings on behalf of the Merrimack Valley Branch NAACP. There are some executive committee members with us this morning, so you can either stand or wave. And thank you. And so I will be brief, but then afterwards, on behalf of the branch, we're going to give out a gift card. You just need to answer one simple question, so don't everyone yell at once, because there's only one gift card. Since June the 19th, 1865, value of never giving up in uncertain times, spirit of hope lives on and continues to influence our society today. With the experience of others, only then can we make significant and lasting improvements in our society. The NAACP has been in existence for 115 years, the nation's first and largest grassroots-based civil rights organization, with over 2,000 volunteer-run branches nationwide. The Merrimack Valley branch has been in existence going into our 78th year this year. The NAACP has been fighting against racism and discrimination in communities across the country. The fight for equality continues today among the lines of race, justice, advocacy, and health, and inclusive economy. We need everyone in the fight to end racial inequality. Our priorities for 24 are protecting our right to vote, quality health care for Black Americans and all, and fighting for good jobs. I quote, adopt reforms that promote safe and accessible elections, end quote. We need volunteers to help us register people to vote and get people to the polls to vote, and to understand it is your fundamental right to vote and know our ancestors fought hard for this basic right and freedom. In healthcare, we need to urge state leaders to take necessary steps for health coverage for all. The disparities in healthcare are very alarming, and this is 2024 and they're alarming. So I ask that you reach out to your state reps, state senators, and let them know there needs to be a bill signed for inclusive, universal health care. Advocates in the labor movement enacting a living minimum wage nationwide is imperative. White families make 10 times that of Black families. There are extreme disparities in employment, home ownership, and housing affordability in the Black community. And the theme for this year is all in. So my question is, what year was the Merrimack Valley Branch NAACP chartered? Anyone? Yeah. Yeah, he already said it. Yes, it was October 14th, 1946.
Thank you very much, Ms. Riddick. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
That was awesome. So now I turn the floor over to our City of Lowell government officials in order to make remarks. We appreciate you being here.
Good morning. My name is Dan Rourke, Mayor of the City of Lowell, and it is my honor and pleasure to be here with you today, not only to celebrate, but to also remember the importance of Juneteenth. Joining me today is Councilor Eric Gitcher in the back. Councilor, thank you for being here. And our Vice Mayor, Paul Rathayem, is also here as well. Paul, thank you. And also we have from the National Park Service, Julie, where are you? Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you. The National Park Service has always been an advocate for all cultures, for all. This is the City of Lowell, and we thank you once again for being here today and showing your support. I could try to be as eloquent as Jackie and Miss Riddick was in speaking about the importance of the Juneteenth holiday, but just again to remember why we're here, where we came from, and to keep going forward in this holiday, and to remember. It's not just for Juneteenth, right? It's for every day. When you continue to fight for equality in all areas of life and government, education, healthcare, and so forth. So it's once again my distinct honor to be here today and to be allowed to celebrate, but to also, maybe more importantly, remember the importance of Juneteenth. With that being said, let's just give the microphone over to the Vice Mayor Paul Yem to say a few words. Mr. Vice Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. You can do better than that. Come on. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. There you go. More like it. That's what we did in the church. You know, the pastor go up and say, "Good morning." We all like routing, so the pastor can testify to that. It is my honor every year. I look forward, and this morning I was helping a friend at the courthouse, so I texted Jacqueline, say that I may be late if I'm late or if I didn't show up, so you know the reason why. So, but fortunately, the case ended sooner, so to allow me to be part of this. 5 years ago, I took my family to Oak Alley in Mississippi to learn about the slavery, and we took and then we went to see the Oak Alley where the owners of the field has these homes for all the slaves to live in, and we explained to my son the word back then in about 7th, 8th grade to understand the struggling that the African American and the minority in this country are struggling, and we appreciate what the African American have fought to give everyone an equal right. So explain it to a teenage, preteen son is a bit hard. So we walk through each one of them, and I'm so grateful that we had that opportunity to have them understand. I told them about my struggling, my story from the survival of the killing field of Cambodia, but also it's not enough to show them that we have the freedom because of the struggling of the African American. If you don't mind to allow me to read from Mamadou, her message is here, and it's inspiring, and I share that with my sons as well, of her message. And the message said, if I could, I'm so sorry. It's, yeah. Okay, Mumbet said, anytime while I was a slave, if 1 minute's freedom had been offered to me, and I had been told I must die at the end of that minute, I would have taken it just to stand 1 minute on God's earth, a free woman. I would. Elizabeth Freeman, aka Mambet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. And just to show the importance of this day to the city of Lowell, we're also joined by our city manager, Tom Golden, and his administration team as well. So, Mr. Manager, thank you for being here.
He has to come up here.
Okay.
Oh, we all gonna carry him.
That's right. I tried to get him off without speaking a few words, Jackie.
okay.
You said it right.
Jacqueline say so.
Jacqueline's all right. Jacqueline said so. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to speak for a few moments. Jacqueline, I want to say thank you to you, the organization, the NAACP, and for the residents of Lowell. When you think about the Bucky Lou's story, and if you've had a chance to read about it as I have, it's fascinating. It's amazing. It's something that I want to believe that this city is all about. This city is welcoming. Not always the case in our years past, but recognizing that is probably the most important thing. As Jacqueline was saying today, on Juneteenth, celebrate it your way, with a cookout, with relaxing, with being with family, but recognizing that struggles have happened in the past, and asking yourself, how could you do better? What could you do to make a difference? How could you be like what the Vice Mayor was talking about, and reaching out to his son, his younger son, and letting him know what happened, letting him know how things have changed, but asking a more important question: how can we do better? Each and every one of us standing here today, how can we do better? So I thank you all very much, and the NAACP, that was, knowing that background, it's fabulous. It's unbelievable. But we're here today in the city of Lowell, this administration, this council, to say, this is your city hall. This is our city hall. We're here to work together to make sure that everybody feels welcome. Thank you all very much for being here today. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. And if I could, I do have a proclamation. If I could have the very talented, wonderful anthem singers from the start of our program to come up here, please. On behalf of the City of Lowell and the City Council and the Manager's team, I'd like to present you a proclamation. City of Lowell, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by my honor, Daniel P. Rourke, Mayor. Whereas Juneteenth commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States, and it holds significant historical and cultural importance. The City of Lowell recognizes the importance of Juneteenth in promoting equality, justice, and unity. Whereas Juneteenth serves as a reminder of the resilience and determination of those who fought for freedom and equality, even in the face of adversity. And whereas this Juneteenth flag symbolizes hope, progress, and unity, and its raising represents our commitment to promoting awareness and understanding of this important historical event. Now therefore I, Daniel P. Rourke, Mayor of the City of Lowell, on behalf of my fellow city councilors and city administration, do hereby proclaim June 19th as Juneteenth Day in the City of Lowell. We honor resilience, strength, and contribution of the black communities, and we raise the Juneteenth flag to symbolize our commitment to freedom, equality, and progress. Given this 14th day of June 2024, on behalf of myself, again, Mayor Dan Rourke. So, ladies, thank you very much.
We're going to get the city manager in the picture with them as well. We're going to get them in. I'll come on the other side of you.
Mr. Manager.
That way they can cut me out. Ladies, I have something after this picture, I'll tell you.
Wonderful job.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. I thank our city officials for being here again and saying such important words because it does matter. It matters to all of us to hear what they have to say and how they are supporting as well. At this time, I would like to bring up the representative from Ms. Lori Trahan to come and speak. Our U.S. Congressperson.
Thank you, Jacqueline, for having us. Welcome, everyone. It's great to be here on behalf of Congresswoman Lori Trahan. She's in D.C., but she sends her best wishes to everyone. I wanted to have Jacqueline up here to read a citation. The Congresswoman sends her best wishes to everyone, and we wanted to present a special citation of congressional recognition to the Black Lowell Coalition, presented by the United States House of Representatives, in recognition of your coalition's exceptional dedication to illuminating the history of Juneteenth. Your efforts have not only brought our community together, but also enriched our collective understanding of this important national holiday. Through your leadership, we have celebrated with greater awareness and unity, honoring the significance of Juneteenth in such a meaningful way. Presented by Congresswoman Lori Trahan. Thank you for all you do, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just also want to acknowledge Jake Vitale, who's here on behalf of Representative Roddy Mom.
Oh, no, thank you, thank you, thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to just come and speak on behalf of Juneteenth? Awesome, Zoe is coming.
Ms. Jacqueline Coles, what a wonderful presentation that you have done today. Thank you so much for your dedication. You are awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out for Juneteenth. As you know, we love our flag raisins in Lowell, right? And this one is just as important as any other. And the fact that this young lady took it upon herself to ensure that we had such a wonderful program just goes to show the depth in which our Black citizens in Lowell can contribute to Lowell. I just want to say thank you again, Jacqueline. And we're going away tomorrow, but I might come back just to support you in Muldoon Park.
Zoe is so humble. She does a lot in this community, let's be very clear. And if you can't make it tomorrow, that's all right. We're bookending Juneteenth activities. We have another one next weekend. Awesome. Okay, anyone else? All right, awesome. So now we will raise the flag, and this will officially end the Juneteenth flag raising. This flag will remain up through the Juneteenth holiday. Mr. Brad, please raise the flag. The commemoration of the flag and why we raise the flag is noted in a program. If you did not obtain a program, please come right down where Mr. Brad is at, and there's a basket with flyers in there also telling about a cookout that Full Deliverance is having later on. Now, I did say that this is the official end of this activity. I want to thank Mr. Brad. Mr. Brad's going to get a gift from us because Mr. Brad does all the flag raisings, and I don't know how much appreciation that he gets, but I appreciate you, Brad. I made up a whole story for Brad about how he swam here backwards from his home country and all of that. So I'm going to spread that rumor so he has a good story to tell. But I also want to say this, and I'm singling out the Lithuanians on purpose because I just happened to see their flag raising on Lowell Telecommunications, and I appreciated that they are still holding it down for themselves. So I will ask this. I am going to be Lithuanian next year when we have a Lithuanian flag raising, just like I'm Irish on St. Patrick's Day, because the Lithuanians are literally dying away, is what they said at their flag raising. So we need to make sure that we come out in support. Now, I'm not saying this isn't happening for any other organization or any other group of people, but that's just who I saw. So I'm going to do a plug for them. They don't even know I'm doing a plug, but that's a great plug. Enjoy the rest of your day so much, and thank you for coming out.